Hey everyone, Pupsker here. Today I want to talk about avoiding burnout in Warframe, how and why avoiding burnout can be a little difficult in Warframe, because after all, it is a very large game, there is a lot to do in it, and it's kind of easy to get burnt out if you try to just do everything. So hey, let's talk about that today. And reminder, if you do end up liking the video, remember to like, comment down below so YouTube gives me, head pats and whatnot. And you can always follow me at twitch.tv/Pupsker, where I've started streaming more casually more often. I will still stream on YouTube, don't worry. I'm just streaming on Twitch as well, so follow all my random social medias. Now, let's get to it. Burnout in Warframe very simply can happen because there's just such a ungodly amount of things to do in game, right? We have 3 open worlds right now: Fortuna Orb Valis, we have Earth, Cetus Plains of Eidolon, Deimos, Necrolis, Cambion Drift, right? We have the entirety of the star chart. Then we have Steel Path, which is just star chart but hard mode. We have Nightwave to do and keep up on. We have all of Railjack if you're getting into Railjack, which is a ton. Oh my god, there's bosses on, first off, every map or every planet, and then the open world has its own bosses. Plains of Eidolon has Eidolons, right? Earth, oh yeah, no, they also have the Tusk Thumper, Doma, Tusk Thumper, etc. Deimos itself more so has the Necromechs and the Isolation Vaults to run for bosses, I should say. And then Orb Valis has stuff like the Spider, Exploiter Orb, right? Profit Taker, there we go, that's the word I was looking for. So there's a lot of bosses and a lot of things to do. With that, it's very easy to get burnt out. It's always important to remember that Warframe is a fun, casual, looter, shooter, horde shooter type video game, so there's never a huge need to play it. People come and go from Warframe all the time. If you really want to stay on top of things, you can always just watch content creators and watch Warframe on social media just to snag all of the things like the Umbra Forma and Forma alerts that are going on right now. And so you could, maybe even grab Twitch drops at Twitch drop events if that's what you're into. But all in all, there's not a massive need to stay up to date in Warframe. So that's why it's even easier to get burnt out in this game, because the game doesn't have a massive drive to go forward, especially once you're done all of the quests. The game only has, and I say only has, but it's still a decent chunk of quests. But it only has what, like around 20 or so, maybe 30 quests, depending on how you want to count New War as well. It does have a good chunk of quests, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the quests for a lot of people are just lackluster, not amazing. The main storyline of the game is pretty cool, but a lot of the side quests, I know a lot of people don't really care about, It's more for just master rank, quest, story fodder, but hey, you can do it. It's just that a lot of people don't want to do everything. There's fishing, there's mining, there's K-Drive, and there's conservation in the open world, which is kind of a pain in the ass for a lot of people. And it is heavily mandatory in Warframe because you need to effectively do a lot of conservation, you need to effectively do a decent amount of mining, and a decent amount of fishing as well, just to get everything you'll end up needing in the open worlds and in the game. At least, the open worlds are nice about it, okay? You can end up going to any one of the open worlds and killing some certain types of enemies, bosses, and whatnot, and you can get fish materials, gems, okay? So it's not the worst. But if you need a lot of gems to build stuff, oh, you're gonna need to go mining. You need a lot of fish parts to get a lot of materials built, oh, guess what? You're gonna need to go fishing. The game has so many mods, and half of them, like 90% of them, you don't even need, so it's another just huge source of burnout. So what I'm trying to say is, the game's really good at making us burnt out. Let's not even talk about Conclave, the mastery rank grind once you're at endgame, the fact that it has a bunch of individual things like arbitrations, a lot of the Kuva siphons, a lot of void fissures that you just continually keep running in order to just collect loot. So, you know, it definitely helps burn you out. But that's without a doubt why it can be fucking so hard to avoid burnout in Warframe. So, you want to avoid burnout? There's a lot of things you can do. If you want to, first off, keep playing Warframe, well, that's the thing. The number one method, you know, just to avoid burnout is play more casually, take breaks, or just stop playing completely for a predetermined amount of time or until you actually want to play again. It's important to remember that after all, Warframe is a video game. Warframe is for fun, okay? We're not playing this game because we want to be the gods of PvE in our own world. Well, maybe we do, but in a fun sense, right? Like, it's okay. You don't have to play a video game if the video game is not giving you joyous funds, right? So just take a break. Take a break, play some other video games, do what you need to do. Warframe will always be here. Still a huge game. We're getting the quality of life update on November 11th, 2021, and then we're getting the new war most likely in December. So it's a good time to just take a break, play some other games you've been meaning to play, watch some other games you've been meaning to watch. You can still, if you really want to keep up on Warframe, watch the Warframe streams, watch content creators like myself or any other YouTubers, Twitch streamers, just really anything that you'd want to watch, because guess what? We're playing a game, and the point of a game is to have fun and to enjoy our time. So if we're not doing that, we're doing something wrong, right? So just take a break if you need to. You can always start changing up Warframe, right? A good way to avoid burnout in a lot of games, once you start getting end game, is start drilling into the core of the game. Start getting into specific niche Warframe builds, specific niche weapon builds. You can go for speedrunning Eidolon, speedrunning Profit Taker, speedrunning really any sort of boss in the game. A lot of people have fun doing that. You can always go for just the Steel Path endgame non-stop killing machine builds where you're just non-stop in Steel Path survival if you like that. Go fight level 9,999, I believe, enemies. I think that's the highest level it gets to. And just wreck shop, right? There's a lot of things you can definitely find to do. There's a lot of events sometimes not worth playing, and if you don't want to play an event, don't play it. But if the new events do get more interesting and bring you in, hey, why don't you check those out? In the middle of November, I believe on the quality of life update, but maybe not, they are going to be having a primed unvaulting or prime vault event. We don't know the exact details of that, but hey, if that's what you're into, maybe take a look at that. You can always try Warframe trading and be more of a trading mogul, because I know a lot of people have fun and actually just like sitting in trade chat, haggling prices, collecting platinum, buying things that way. But at the end of the day, right, it's all up to you. You can get more into the fashion frame of Warframe and try to make beautiful, beautiful frames. Become maybe more of a Captura artist. Share a lot of your art around various social medias, Capturas. Hey, it can help you avoid burnout, but if you're the type that burns out of games, then you might just get burnt out no matter what. I myself have no-lifed a lot of video games overall in my lifetime. I've been the type to play long-term MMOs like they're just candy, right? RuneScape, World of Warcraft, MapleStory. God, I've just played so many random games, put hundreds if not thousands of hours into so many games. League of Legends for 7 seasons straight of ranked solo queue. So what I'm trying to say is, hey, if you easily burn out of games and you just get bored of them, maybe that's just your type of style or just how you are, you know? You're just that type of person. You just get bored of games after a while. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, video games that you do a somewhat repetitive, pretty ass repetitive task and gameplay style depending on what you're doing, it can definitely get boring. So take a break, change things up, and at the end of the day, if you're burnt out, yeah, just avoid it for a while. There's nothing else you can do. So do what you need to do. Let me know what you think. That's it for this video. I think I'm gonna go take a nap because I'm pretty tired. And then maybe, hey, I'll actually pimp out my Parazon, but who knows. Thank you all for watching. Again, check out any of my social medias or Twitch channel. You can find all of my links in the description below. You can always go to Linktree, add like Linktree for Pupsker, or just, you know, check out the description because I have just an ungodly amount of links in there. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.